Okay, welcome back everyone to the Mass Nation. This is Daddy. Super happy to be here. I don't know about you guys, but man, this has been a long winter. So I'm jonesing for some fly fishing, which is what brings us here today. I want to talk about my favorite pack. It's the Fishpond Thunderhead Submersible Lumbar Pack. I bought this a couple years ago. I have not regretted it once. You know, this week it snowed about 2 feet, and all I can think about is going fishing, putting this on and going fishing. Okay, enough with the corniness. All seriousness, many years ago I used to wear a full fishing vest. You know, that's what I think most people grow up looking at. It's like, I need that big fishing vest. All these pockets and all this stuff. The problem with those is you end up carrying a bunch of junk. All that weight's on your shoulders. You're going to go fishing out all day, hike in someplace, and by the end of the day, you're going to be exhausted on your shoulders. Going to a pack like this puts all that weight on your lumbar, or not on your lumbar, but on your waist. It's more comfortable, or at least for me, it's been a lot more comfortable. You still have a ton of space to pack way too much stuff. I mean, look at the size of this thing. In a couple minutes, we'll pop in and actually show you a little bit of that. So I went to a lumbar pack, I don't know, 8 years ago. That pack finally saw its day, and luckily this came out at the same time I needed a new pack. Bought this guy, and I've loved it ever since. So, just, you know, for the record, like, this is a pack I bought with my wife's money. This is not, you know, something that was gifted to me or something that I'm like, you go put this on YouTube. I have 0 subscribers. People don't do that. This is my own money. This is an honest, true review, and I love this pack. I would recommend it. It's $250, but I would recommend it for anyone out there. Now, it does come in a couple different colors. I think right now there's even a special on Fishpond that's like a bright orange, hunter orange. Personally, I like the green. That's the one I like the most. They have some other like camo colors that are pretty cool, but this is the one that's really been, I think it stands out. It looks pretty cool on the water. Yeah, I super recommend it. Here, let's jump into it and take a closer look. Okay, well, let's take a close look here. All right, so here's our Fishpond, the submersible lumbar head, whatever it's called. Submersible Lumbar Pack. Thunderhead, not lumbar head. I'm losing my mind. Don't worry about it, guys. Alright, so here's the front side of it. The first pocket we'll look at is this one here. So, nice easy zipper. We've got this nice stretchy pouch here. I personally never put anything in this pocket. The reason is I'm always scared that if I have something hard in here, it's going to potentially, you know, scratch it, rip this. So I've never really put a lot in here. Most of my stuff sits in the main pocket. On the front side, we do have the attachments here, and then the secondary attachments here. These are the nice, like, pretty solid loops. You can see that I have a retractable attachment here. Probably the most expensive retractable tool on the market. I think this was like 20-something bucks. But it works really well. It's got a nice piece of metal here, so really solid. And I have this with the Montana Fly Company, little snippers. These work pretty well. These are actually probably like 10 years old, so they're a little bit beat up, but work pretty well. Let's take a look at the top. So we have our top side here. Nice solid zipper, waterproof zipper, pretty awesome. Before we jump inside, we're going to look at the sides. So on the side here, we have the nice Fishpond accessory attachment here. Then your standard loop. I have accompanied this with, you know, their kind of generic tippet holder. Actually, my wife got this for me for her birthday, and I put it to good use. Tippet holder also has a nice little line cutter on here as well. You got to be careful with these if you're going to use them. Sometimes you can get a lot of spin in here and actually tangle that tippet. It's happened to me a few times. That's why you don't see a 7X on here anymore. That got eaten up. The other side's the exact same, just mirrored. Nice Fishpond attachment and the loop. On the front side of the pockets, we have, front side of the hip attachment. You can see I've got a lot of sunscreen on here. Whoopsie daisy. On the two sides, we have the accessories, and then we have these two Velcro pieces, which I believe are to put your rod in and things like that. I actually never used it like that. but they are there. They don't bug me or anything. The hip belt's really comfortable. It's this nice kind of, I would call it like a padded, somewhat like neoprene material. Looks really nice, or feels really good, really comfortable. Haven't had any like getting sick of wearing the pack from it or anything like that. On the backside lumbar pack here where it says fish pond, this is actually where your net would go in. So in here, out the backside, I've used that a few times. It's as comfortable as you would imagine it being, having a net sticking out your back. But it is pretty nice to have that accessory when you're trying to catch a fish. All right, so let's take a jump on the inside. Well, before I do, let's just, nice handle, solid handle, and these are the attachments for the over-the-shoulder boulder holder. I no longer use that anymore. It just kind of became a pain in the butt, always kind of flapping around, so I removed it. At one point it was pretty nice. I was using it pretty regularly where I had a nice, some forceps connected to it, but decided to kind of go away from that as it just got a little annoying. All right, let's jump on the inside. The zipper is pretty solid. You can see it's pretty thick. I will say that the newer models have a little bit of a different zipper. It's not this teeth zipper anymore. It's like I guess you would call it kind of like a Ziploc bag. It's something that's it's self-healing, whereas in this case, if you broke the zipper, you'd be pretty toast. I guess the translation of that is they must have had some breaking and wanted to get rid of that, or maybe it was cheaper. Not too sure. But I haven't had any troubles with this zipper. You do have to grease it occasionally to make it a little bit smoother. And if you do want to, cinch it all the way up so that it is fully submersible, you got to put a little bit of pressure in on that backside, but no big deal. Full disclosure, I haven't opened this bag up since the end of last season. This is almost April, and I think the last time I went fishing is probably August. So let's see what we find. Hopefully no sandwiches or apples. Okay, so first look, things are pretty big, pretty spacious in there. I've got my nice 6X reel in here, tons of space. Put it to the side. In here I've got, I've got a lot of flies. I got to do some organizing here. Several fly boxes. We'll set those over here. I have another backup pair of snippers here. I'm not sure, these must have fallen out of a pocket. I got some fishing line. I'm the kind of guy that actually, when I snip my line, instead of throwing it out, I actually throw it in my bag. So this is just trash from the regular season. You can see a nice little surgeon's knot there. I'll put that over in the trash pile over here. Let's see what else is in here. Some feathers my kids probably put in there. But here's the fun stuff. Got my 2 fly boxes. Another feather. I'm going to throw that in the trash pile. I rock these Scientific or CF Design fly boxes. I'll open one of these up for you. This is my dry fly box here. These are really nice. I totally recommend them. You can see I got a pretty good amount of flies in there, and I really like these. Has a nice water sealable, and we'll take a quick look at those nips too. This one's a little bit messier. I got some weights rolling around. Yeah, love it. Got my salmon flies, stone flies, big flies over here. Kind of going to your more fancy, I guess, tractor stonefly patterns, salmon worms. These are when I used to go and fish the Rio Grande a bunch down in New Mexico. So these are crane fly larvae. If you're going to fish the Rio Grande in the box, this is the fly to go to. Then your standard midge patterns. What else we got in here? These are going to be kind of your mayfly nymphs. Let's think of what I got. Green drakes down here, some big guys. Check nymphs, tungsten, whatever they call those, a tungsten one, whatever it is. I need to get some more pheasant tails. I can tell I'm missing a bunch. Rubber legs, that's a good fly. Anyways, maybe we'll talk about that another time. All right, so anyways, what I'm trying to get at is there's a ton of space in here. Oh, we got some lone flies. Let's get those guys out of there. Oh, yeah, that's a nice one. That was for the Upper Madison. More fly line or fishing line. Okay, so now we can get a pretty good look. Another fly. Jeez Louise. More weights. Somebody's got to clean out their bag. You can tell this was at the end of the season. Let's get that gink out of there too. Okay, so inside the bag you have a nice main compartment here. You can fit all sorts of things as you just saw. Then on the back side you have a few pockets that you can put things in. This clear one. I'm personally not a big fan of the clear ones. Obviously, you can see through them, but they always end up getting beat up. You can see that. They get really beat up. Nice little pock here, or snap close there. In the back side, it's more goodies. Forceps. I guess another set. Oh, these are my indicators. Weights. Boss 10. Woohoo! Here are my other forceps. These are the ones I used to use all the time. And then one day, I think my kids must have stuck them under something. They no longer close. So that's pretty cool. Try to fix those. Bummer. Let's see what else we got in here. Fly line. Or that's a leader. This little doohickey. And here's the sunscreen that we've all been looking for. I'll put that over here. But you can see, yeah, tons of space, more weights, more gink, tons of space in there. It's really good. I really recommend this this pack. I mean, it's been great for me. You can see there's no water in here, obviously. Tons of space. I can fit all my fly boxes in here. If I want to bring also, like, I have another fly box that's just, you know, kind of like large attractor patterns, grasshoppers and things like that. I can actually fit all 3 of those in here at the same time, and then stick something else in here, like my reel or whatever. Yeah, so that's the inside. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment. But that's it in a nutshell. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think below. Bye.